Hello, everyone. This is Larry at the best. And again, what you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. What you say, you see. We are winding down on the subject, on the topic of imagination for now. But before we do that and move on to the third and last statement in the success formula, I have to finish going over the types of imagination. During the past few sessions, we've talked about the 6 types of imagination that we're going to cover during this session. Now, we're going to come back to it later on, as I mentioned. So we have synthetic imagination, creative imagination, uh, conditioned response imagination, spontaneous response imagination, process imagination, and end result imagination. We've talked about synthetic imagination as well as creative imagination. Now, we've done that only briefly, but today I'm going to go over the third type of imagination with you. But I am not going to tell you what it is just yet. Hopefully, before I get to tell you what it is, you will be able to figure out which one it is. So, let's get started. I want you to kind of sit back, if you would. If it's okay with you, just sit back, relax, and close your eyes. So let's assume it's about between 10 p.m. and midnight. You've had such a wonderful day. I mean, everything just has been perfect for you today. Everything just went the way you wanted to go. You look in your bank account, you got plenty of money in there. More money than you need to do anything you need to do. All of your bills and service payments, all of that stuff's taken care of. Your health is in perfect. You're in perfect health. Your relationships are perfect. Everything is fine and dandy. And as you go to bed, as you fall into sleep tonight, sleeping in peace and expecting to wake in joy tomorrow morning, it just dawned on you that you would like to go buy yourself a brand new car. That car you've been dreaming about for the longest time. And as you look in your bank account, you realize you have a tremendous amount of money to buy the top of the line car. As a matter of fact, you have enough money to buy one of those cars for each of your homes and mansions you own all across the world. So you go to bed and you wake up the next morning and say, you know what? I'm in so and so city, so and so state right now. So this is where I want to buy this first car. So you look right, go online, and you actually figure out the car you want. And because you're such a big shot, you don't even have to go to the dealership. You just call the dealership up, you tell them the type of car you want, they ask for your credentials, you send everything to them by email, and they basically tell you, we'll have your car in your parking lot, in your driveway in about 2 hours time. So you sit back, relax, you're still doing all those things. Everything is just going perfectly well for you. And about a couple of times, in about 2 hours time, your car pulls up in your driveway. So now, this is a brand new car. Everything about your life is going on perfectly well. So you decide to go on a ride in your brand new car. And the guy from the dealership decides he's going to go on the ride with you, just to make sure you understand how the car functions and all that stuff. So you get on the road, and as you are driving, as a matter of fact, this is just such a new car, you're still going, you're still maintaining the speed limit. As a matter of fact, you're probably about 5 miles. You're driving about 5 miles less than the speed limit. And as you're driving your car, enjoying everything about your life is wonderful. You've had the opportunity to review your life and you say, you know what? I'm really, really living a great life. I don't have any problems with the law, nobody, none of that stuff. Life is just great. And as you're doing this, all of a sudden, you hear the siren. And as you look in your rear view mirror, you see the light flashing. And you see this police officer speeding right behind you. Now, I got a question for you. What's the first thing that happens to you when you see the police officer coming after you? Tell me what happened. If you're like most people, the first thing you probably said is, oh my God, what have I done now? and you get in that panic stage. You become fearful. You start thinking about all of the negative things that could have gone wrong. Now, this is what's so important. If you haven't figured it out yet, we're talking about conditioned response imagination. You see what happened? You heard something, you saw something, and it triggered something that should not have been triggered. Because you got a brand new car. Your tires are in perfect condition. Everything about that car is working perfectly well. You don't owe anybody any money. Everything about your life is perfect. But guess what? You and I have been conditioned so long to respond in a fearful way when the police officer is coming behind us. And lo and behold, you finally decide to pull your car on the side of the road. And the police officer actually says to you, said, "Sir, I did not stop you because of anything you did wrong. This was just a security prevention stop. I noticed that your hood is slightly opened, and I stopped you because I want to make sure it's tight and everything is going perfectly well." And all of a sudden, you took a sigh of relief. But look at what happened to you. You and I have been conditioned to respond in certain ways to certain things. And how do you use this to your advantage? Well, we've gone over 6 minutes right now, so I'm going to pick this up at the next time. But just keep in mind, we've talked about conditioned response imagination. And by the way, what I shared with you actually happened to me. I was pulled over, and the police officer told me, "This is not because you did anything wrong. Your hood is just open, and I want to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be." So I'll talk to you guys later on. And remember, your imagination will put you over. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Even though you knew everything about all that stuff, your imagination still tricked you. So I'm going to show you how you can use that to your advantage. So take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.